I think he also opened a Rumble account too.
Very smart.
But he didn't do it during probation because they would have terminated his video.
Okay.
Messed up. Yeah. He said, I can't make it because they said they'll terminate me.
I mean, listen. From a person who's always been hated in almost every community I've been a part of, like, walking on eggshells is never fun. So it's kind of one of those things where you might as well just not do it. You know, like, that's kind of how I feel about a lot of stuff, where if you can't express the true you with whatever it is you're doing, like, it's not worth doing it. Because now you're just
some messed up crap.
Well, it's like you're appealing to the crowd at that point. Like, basically anything you make has to appeal to whatever crowd is saying you can't do X, Y, Z. And then that limits your creativity, like, in every way possible. And the thing is, like, I can understand if somebody's just straight up being racist or like sexist or like talking against like a specific group, but like telling the truth though, like once you start censoring the truth, like I'm done.
And the funny thing is, he's not even conservative; he's more moderate. But he's like, he was very left-sided, and he's like, when he watches it, he's like, yeah, man. I woke up. I just like to talk about stuff. I woke up like thinking for yourselves, like. And then sharing the videos because, like, this is the truth. And, like,
I mean,
isn't it crazy? Like, yeah. And he goes back and he reflects on some of this stuff, too. He's like, yeah, that was a foolish show to me.
I mean, yeah.
And he's a lot of times hate. Like, he is angry and stuff.
Now, don't get. See, here's the thing, though.
Working hard. That's why he got really mad. He worked really hard, and I feel it from the video.
No, but here's the thing, though. Being angry at injustice is completely valid. You know, like that.
His injustice is not valid. That's what Reggie said. He was getting angry because people tell him to be angry, and he got bought into that.
Yeah, but see, isn't that weird that we're at a time where when somebody tells you to do something, you listen without question?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Bro, that's never been okay. Like, that's been a no-no since day one. What is going on here?
Other black people have criticized him. That's what he said. That's what he was worried about. You know?
So what?
I thought about it. I know, but he's a grown teen person. He lives in a bad area.
Nah, bro. We not doing that whole groupthink thing. Like, we learn about group.
That's how it is. That's why it won't come up. Like, he started realizing that. Because he has his own family, and now it's about his family, not about the group thing.
Yeah, but we learn about groupthink in high school, bro. Like, there's no excuse for that.
But girls still do the group thing.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
I agree. That's why you should be able to still be friends with people. You can both just like a lot of stuff. You can still be friends.
No, you can't.
You like
I talked to a person who has those beliefs. You can't, because to them it's a question of your morals.
What?
Exactly.
What morals?
No, but listen. No, listen.
That's weird.
No, listen. I'm just informing you of what makes it so crazy, right? But here's the thing. So you know what I did? I challenged them on the things that they believe. So I said, oh, okay. So this is a moral argument, right? Well, what about this thing you do? So I talked about like the meat eating thing, right? I talked about the driving a vehicle that uses gas, right? I talked about like especially the cell phone and computers and the conflict materials.
Yeah, cell phones are made by young kids.
Are you willing to give up your laptop or your cell phone? And then she was like, no.
Is your iPhone?
Yep.
Say that's human that's human slavery right there. That made that phone.
Nah, I said all of that stuff, and then she just had this smirk on her face, and I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. Morals, huh? All of a sudden, that's down the toilet when you want your stuff, huh? Yeah, okay. But the only reason I was able to corner her like that is because we have honest conversations. and I kind of eased my way into being able to do that. But if we had been strangers and I did that, she'd have had a really bad.
Should have walked away.
Yeah, she'd have had a bad response to it. Tried to make me Satan or something. But that's why I said it's important to just know the person. Like, if you're gonna have discussions with like this, like, at least be familiar with them, but don't be talking to no strangers who have these extreme views, because like it's not gonna go anywhere.
Sometimes, like, an aspect that people said, just look for the thing that's similar that you guys like. That's true. Because you just do that. You want to do other stuff.
That's true.
Let's make it an area like, if they don't like politics, we're not talking about politics. We're talking about politics, don't invite the person. And then if they were like, oh, we're going to come, just note that we're going to be doing this, and we're not changing our thing. So, if you feel bored, you leave.
True.
So don't put yourself in a situation.
Yep.
We're not making a change, but we're coming hang out with your birthday. We're here to celebrate your birthday. We're not going to cause anything issue that anger. We're playing golf. We're going to play golf together.
That's right.
That's how people play video games. It's so weird. It's like when people start trying to bleed other stuff in there. It's not necessary. That's why a lot of people get pissed off. It's like, I'm trying to play video games. I don't care about that shit. Just stay out of it.
Well, it's not. Well, see, here's the thing, though, bro. Right? Is I think in a lot of cases, having difficult discussions is essential, but you need to do it in the right time and place, right? Like, it's not okay to, be talking about games and then all of a sudden, especially with a group that you didn't prepare for, start talking about difficult stuff, because that's almost like us boxing, just sparring, and then all of a sudden you gut check me, and it's just like, bro, like not everybody's gonna say, hey, why'd you gut check me? They're just gonna feel a certain way, be like, okay, that's what we're doing, and they're gonna gut check you back, and then next thing you know, y'all are fighting for real, and it's just, you wanna, and that's another thing is, and I'm telling you this because, we know better, but other people don't, but even when you're having a discussion about something deep, you're supposed to pray before you even have that discussion, so most people don't even do that. So it's just, I don't know, we skip a lot of steps, and that's why we're kind of where we're at,
Yeah. I did pick up Equalizer. I got the whole collection on Blu-ray.
Oh, which one did you watch first?
Huh?
Which one did you watch?
I watched none of it. I just bought it yesterday.
Okay. So you remember what I told you?
Huh?
You remember what I told you?
To watch the first one or the third one?
No. Just watch them all in a healthy, order, right? Like, at least try to watch one once a day or binge watch it. But
I'll binge watch it.
It'll make much more sense what you're watching if you binge watch it, because they, for some reason, listen, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but for some reason they tie the movies together like a TV series. And they should do that. Listen, you should definitely do that in a movie, but they do it in a way where you're like, who the heck is this character?
No, I think they probably did that way because Denzel Washington probably say you probably remember the character.
No, but you know how other movies, like, you can watch part 2 and you just remember the main characters, but the characters that kind of just showed up and stuff, they're all gone. It's just a different story. This one is different stories, but they treat it like a TV series where there's reoccurring characters, and I was like, oh, I didn't expect that.
Well, why he lives there, so I mean.
Yeah. But yeah, just make sure you watch them in a healthy, healthy, amount of
price. I just saw the third one for $20. So I was like, we're basically getting if you bought the movie, you paid $20. You're basically getting part 1 and 2 for $5 each.
Yep, that's how I got mine. I didn't get Blu-ray though. I just got the regular version.
Yeah, I got Blu-ray.
But yeah, I'm telling you, bro, those movies are crazy. Like
you sound good, and then I verified but he sounds good. So two people sounds good, so I'll watch it. So.
Nah, bro, they're really good. Like, especially the second and third movie. Whoo! The first one's
I saw the first one. I was interested in watching, but for some reason I don't know why I didn't watch it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, the first one is a typical action movie.
I don't find it interesting. It's like, but then they say he's like a special. I was like, oh, that ruined me. Like, he's like a Jason Bourne kind of character. I was like, no, I don't want.
Nah, it's weird, bro. Like, it's hard to tell, right? Like,
that was my pre-conversation about knowing. I understand what you're saying, but like when I first started, I was like this guy that wanted to do good things, and he was a good person.
There you go.
Yeah, and stuff. But later on, it's like, oh, it's a Jason Bourne thing. I don't.
But see, here's the crazy part, though, bro.
I know it's not that, but
here's the crazy part: is you have to. What I'll say is turn your movie brain on, like really, really watch this movie for like to be entertained, because this movie does the cool thing I like where they have little details that they don't go into a whole bunch of like, ooh, look at this thing, are you paying attention? Look. No, it's just like, oh, here's this thing that's happening, and if you remember it ends up paying off later on. It's kind of one of those movies. So
that's probably gonna have like something where they talk about you don't know what it is, like please clarify somewhere else down the line.
Yeah, it's bro. I'm telling you, there's some good movies, really good.
Most of the movies I watch in Denzel Washington are all good. I don't think I've seen a bad movie that I watched in Denzel Washington.
But what I like too is that he's a unique like guy who's skilled. Like, it's not like, oh, typical guy who's skilled.
I think he reads the script before I think he actually literally, like, who is this? Because I'm telling you, most of the movies I've seen, like, they're all good.
Mm.
Even the old ones, like, they're good. They're still good to watch. And, like, I don't know. I think he really, like, literally reads the script. And then, he's like, it is a good movie. It's not about money. He's like, it's a good movie. He doesn't. He's like the Titans. I love that movie. Like when he played the coach, and it was just so good. It's like, and he's like, and he read script. He got underpaid. He's like, I want to do the movie, and he did it, and it was a good movie. It's like all these movies that like you play a pilot. I was like, what? It's like I think you play a pilot was really good. I wanted to fly a plane, and you're drunk.
Oh yeah. Flight.
Yeah, the flight saved them, and they could redo the thing he did. So it's like a miracle.
That was a really good movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was good. I was like, what the heck? It's crazy. I felt like he was almost like he was the opposite of like Tom Hanks was going. I was like these two great actors. They get these weird movies and like they're good. Somehow they make it good. It's like Castaway is like, what did that movie like? I mean, it's not like a Ferris guy and then he gets captured on an island. It would be such a great movie.
I think it's because they really, you know what happens though? Like they really want to bring out the humanity in like the character, right? And if you can do that in a movie and make people feel for the character and relate to him, you already got him. Like the movie can be about whatever you want it to be at that point.
Yeah, I never watched the one that he does to go against the Catholic Church stuff. But I know a lot of people love those movies and they love to talk about espionage and theories from that movie and stuff. Even to this day, so I'm like, he somehow, and then I got this one that he goes back to community college to get his degree because he was just a regular guy working at a sales store. He was like one of the best sellers, and they never promoted him because he had a degree, which I was like, I can feel for this guy. I was like, oh my goodness, this person. And he goes back to college, so he can become a better person. And it turned out he became a better person and did all this other stuff. I was like, that movie was great. I was like, maybe go back to college. It's a good movie to watch. And it's like a love story kind of thing too. But I was like, it's crazy, man. It's just the I guess like you said, the humanity and it's getting the right thing. It's like, and now movies are like, oh, let's make sure this has this X, Y, Z, people on top. That's when the movies are stupid.
Oh, yeah. But alright, you ready to start?
Yep, I'm ready to start.
Okay. So let's get synced up. Alright, so we're gonna play. Getting ready.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1, play. Alright. But yeah.
I turned it on.
Oh, what happened?
I turned it on.
Okay. So yeah, yeah, I agree with you. Like, definitely, yeah, if you can get the humanity out of a character, then you can make the movie about whatever you want. But
yeah. Okay. Yeah, like you have to wear the controllers to stay on continue. You're loading your character, okay? So you're starting at 30 minutes and 32 seconds.
Yeah. By the way, I figured I'd come clean. What I did is, because I didn't want to waste your first review with like me just doing tutorial stuff, I decided to save that for later on.
Alright, subscribe below, guys. So
yeah. So I want you to actually watch me, like, actually playing, like not trying to figure out.
You're gonna jump on pots, or you're gonna jump off runner, like hop on pots.
Well, sometimes, and this is very rare, sometimes there's stuff in there. In other games.
Like roll, or you hopping.
Oh, because it gives me more control of the character. I'm trying to build in the habit of having control when I'm doing stuff, because sometimes enemies pop out of it too.
Okay.
So I like being able to respond.
Scared. Not to have to going down.
Oh, so I'm testing mechanics, right? So in Dark Souls 2, poison has a tendency to keep building even after you leave it. So I'm trying to see if that exists here. So, like, for example, when I climb back up, does it stop? And it does. So that's good to know. So that's just me. Yeah, me gathering information. I like knowing little details like that. Just test out the game a little bit.
I can't really tell because the lighting from the back, it kind of like a caveman.
Oh, caveman? Oh, because of the hair.
Your character's cool. There you go. You're showing the character, like, making sure that people know your character's cool looking, not be looking.
Actually, this is
his mask on. See, look at that. It looks like it's young Michael Jackson from Thriller.
Yeah, I actually was getting my thumbnail.
Huh?
Yeah,
it looks like Michael Jackson. The leather jacket. You make his shirt red. A red jacket.
Oh, from Thriller?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see it.
Okay. You see, I was talking about Chris on your character. You're like, well, my character's cool looking, guys. Check him out. There you go. Let's move on.
Hey, listen, man. I make cool looking characters, man.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'll say.
That's why they make that funny. People that do the Elden Ring review, people be there like 5 hours or 10 hours making a character, making sure they look like them.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I used to make cool looking characters even before the editor was actually good. So,
okay,
that's just been my thing. Like, I just like having cool looking characters. So.
I was really impressed by your character. Let me get some more lighting. Look at my characters some more.
Yeah, that's me getting another thumbnail. I like to have options.
Okay.
Yeah. But I might get a different thumbnail because I don't think that one's gonna, do what I want it to do. Because this is too early in the game, so I'm still, I'm still looking around, see if there's a good place to get a photo.
I think this would be the bigger one, but no. Yeah, you would, right?
I guess you saw that the person online running over there, so you're interested to run over there too?
Well, I want to see if I would make it without getting poisoned.
You will. You cheat right around the circles. I'm gonna make it like that.
Well, I was trying to do well, see, here's the thing. And this is a bias that I have because I play these games, right? The problem isn't necessarily the poison. The problem is what's around the corner, right? Like,
yeah.
When it's like one of those things like, am I gonna get poisoned, right? Run around the corner, and the next thing you have to deal with 3 enemies who are just like, guess what, buddy? Now you gotta deal with us. Yeah, whilst you're poisoned. Like, and I don't like that nonsense. So I'm just like, nah. If I had more time to make sure that I wasn't gonna get poisoned, then I would have went. But I was just like, nah, it looks like a setup. So I'll just come back later. But basically, you're getting an introduction of basically how I test at almost everything. I try to see if it's bogus or not.
I'm trying to do this first playthrough. This talk first playthrough.
Yeah, I should have sent you. I should have sent you the version without the graphics on it because I want a pure, like, you to just, all the other stuff was for the audience. Like, that was just like little references and stuff for me and the audience. But yeah, next time I'll make sure I clean it up a little bit. So
the little inventory is how your characters gonna look at it, and you have a little pig monster around you, and you want a hat like Abraham Lincoln hat.
Yeah, those are the 2 games I'm playing side by side. So whilst I play Terraria, I'm playing Elden Ring 2. And my characters are pretty similar. That's why I don't have a shield though yet in Terraria.
You should do.
No. Well, this shield that looks like this one, you don't get until like hard mode or something. Yeah, you gotta wait a little bit before you get that.
Grave. And then a guy there. Are you gonna go visit that guy, or are you gonna look at stuff?
So I'm just, getting a feel for everything. Now keep in mind, this is quite unique. There've been some pretty open field places in the other Souls games before, but not this big. So the first question I have is, okay, so I already know that there's gonna be some cheap enemies, but how are they gonna compensate from the fact that I can just run? So,
okay, that makes sense. That's why you put the mask to give you extra defense against the enemies. Oh, goodbye. Eagle.
I actually thought I was gonna fall off the cliff there.
You're gonna die and land on the grass right there.
Yeah, but I didn't think that was gonna be there though. So yeah, it's just me scoping out the area.
Okay.
Trying to see.
This game's really amazing, man. Everything you see, you can get to.
But my main thing is just like, okay, so you want to hear something funny that I learned? And this is kind of goes beyond this recording, but so one of the things I learned is a lot of those places you see that you can definitely get to, but the funny thing is it's almost never the way you think.
Yeah,
like
true.
When I look at these places, I'm like, okay, I can get, like, some stuff's obvious, like for example, like that little pond there. I don't even know if I would see. This is where I had the lag, so I was like, oh, I need to turn the I need to turn the graphics down. So yeah. But yeah, that's one of the things I learned is for some obvious places, like, yeah, you can get to it, but like some places like high on a mountain and you're just like, wait, maybe did I climb up a ladder? Like,
I didn't realize that eagles gave you souls.
Well, the main thing that I noticed in here is they allow you to craft arrows. So I had to learn that a little.
You can craft more arrows, but yeah.
Okay. That's just what I know about so far. And that's been real helpful. And then I didn't realize that they had so many different kinds of arrows though. They have ones that you can shoot light bulbs on so you can see down halls and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was real cool. So I made like 5 of those because I know they were.
Yeah, for settings.
Yeah. Saying that maybe it won't lag on me anymore. So yeah, I just turned it.
I didn't think I was lagging because in the gameplay it didn't look like you were lagging at all.
Well, it's just it's hard. Like it wasn't anything super bad. It's just that I know in this game, like little stuff like that can be the difference between life and death. So I just like the controls to be as clean as possible. No excuses for me like dying to something for some stupid reason. I'm really meticulous when it comes to these games because this game's brutal, man. Like, if you don't take these games seriously, you'll get waffle stomped. That's why I'm just like, nope. I'm gonna treat everything with respect. I'm gonna assume everything's out to get me, and I should be just fine.
Yeah, look like it. You're reading the little thing, explanation of the summoning pool.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm probably never gonna use it, but I still wanted to know. And before I do anything, and this one surprised me. I didn't know that it had a little GPS on there. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So one game that actually tells you where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other ones just kind of say, oh, figure it out.
Oh, yes.
You know, which is cool and everything, but it's confusing sometimes. You're just like, where the heck am I supposed to go? And the place you're supposed to go is tucked away in like some corner somewhere.
Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
So yeah, this was the first weird looking guy that yeah, I shot. See, the thing is, I like to try to see people's faces and stuff, but like they're so tiny.
It seems.
Yeah, they're so tiny. I'm like, I can't really see.
Oh, this character has a mask on, so you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna see a face.
Yeah, I wonder what he looks like though.
He has a disease though.
Luckily for you, however, there is
yeah. See, now here's the weird thing that they do, but I kind of like how they do it in this game. He gave me information that didn't make any sense at first. Because I don't know what the heck having a mating even means, and I don't know what being a tarnished is, or what the round table hold is. I'm just like, what are you talking about? I've never heard of any of these things, right? But I just kept them in mind, and then I find out as the game goes on. But because I remember what he said, I'm just like, oh, okay, so that's what he's talking about. What I like in this game is that they do it a little closer together than they do in the other ones. So for example, and this is the thing that I think is so dumb, but everybody praises these games for, they'll tell you information like this, and you'll find out later what they're talking about halfway through the game. And it's just like, by that time, you done forgot what the dude said. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I always thought that was stupid.
Are you hiding the bushes, bro?
Reveal the path forward.
Oh, it's just testing some stuff. Well, one of the things I was curious about is, can you even hide in bushes?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So that I got that question answered for me a little later, but I just, you gotta test some stuff.
To Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where grace would guide you. If you seek the Elden Ring,
what is Elden Ring?
As you are.
Now that's what I don't know what that is. I'm still trying to figure that out, but I know it means to have a maiden. I know what being a tarnished is now, and I know what the guidance of grace is now. The Elden Ring, I have no idea. I still got to figure that out. But all the other stuff I know so far, and I feel like that's pretty good for how early I am.
When you walk around the cliff, you notice the guy riding the horse.
Oh, what about it?
Running around by the church. Did you notice them down there?
Oh, the little sentinel guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him. He's basically a black knight. You don't mess with those guys. I could tell right away. Yeah, that's their version of a black knight. I'm gonna deal with him later. Because you got to think, he has a horse, man. Like, if I attack him and he has way more health than I expect him to have, I can't outrun him, so there's no point even attacking him, like, because I'm just gonna die. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll deal with him later. I still haven't yet, by the way. Like, I ended up finding some other place, and I have to find how to get back here, because, yeah, well, we'll see. I won't spoil it, but yeah, I'm in a completely different place now. I'm just like, how the heck did I even get here?
Were you shocked? Were you cut the sheep survived the hit attack?
Not really.
Like, you pause and throw another slice.
Yeah, not really. Like, see, here's what's weird about these games too is, and here's a little trick too for anybody watching. If you want to get a general feel for the difficulty of the area you're at, attack the fauna and attack those little dung beetles. If they have a ridiculous amount of health, you're in a hard area. That'll answer the question for you. Because basically they're based on the amount of damage you're supposed to be doing at that point. So that's a little tip that I give people. Well, like 2 years, 2 years later. So yeah, anybody who's just picking it up because of the DLC, that's a nice little tip to get a feel for how difficult the enemies are going to be. So that's what I always do is I attack the fauna and...
That's annoying. I try to kill them and be like drifting and be like hanging around the edge, trying to jump over the cliff or get killed, try to kill those things. So I just use bow and arrows.
Ah, interesting. You know what's funny? You're right.
What?
That is a good method. But I'm so used to arrows doing like so little damage in these games that I stopped kind of relying on them. I just mostly use them as a way to draw enemies out and not necessarily as the main source of damage. I still don't, and the thing is I'm having a much better time not doing that. But I probably will a little later because like, I mean, it's kind of hard to say because in some instances, there's some enemies that like they can shoot back at you and they're way better at it than you are, so it's like I don't know, it's a tough call. Like I guess everything's a case by case basis, but yeah, I'm just hunting right now, don't mind me.
Yeah.
This is what I told you, like this is what people hate. They're like, go do something. I'm like, I am. I'm getting a feel for the world. Whee! I thought I was gonna die here. Well, not die, but I thought I was gonna take damage.
I'm gonna jump off the other side. There's actually a ledge closer than the hop down, but yeah, that one ain't killed you.
Yeah, see, this is me just... Because, see, the one thing is, before I even start playing the game, is I need to know the rules, you know? Like, I don't want to find the rules out in the middle of combat. Like, that's the worst... Yeah. That's the worst time to figure stuff out. Like, you figure stuff out while, you know...
You can jump down there, right there.
Yeah, see, when I saw that blood stain, I'm like, I don't know. It seems like I can make it. So, I should have rolled, but I didn't. But, yeah, see, wasn't that bad.
The other person jumped off the top area, that's why he died. That little extra lift, you would have died and he jumped off that.
Yeah, see? I missed every last one of those attacks.
Actually, I'm locking on this one. So you're trying to slice without locking on. I guess you're trying to test the swinging ability without locking.
Mm-hmm. All that stuff's important. And here's the funny thing. Me doing that might seem completely innocuous right now, but that came in handy during this one part of the game. And I was so glad that I tested that, because I was like, see, this is why I do this stuff. Because the enemy's just like this. So yeah, it came in bro, I'm trying to tell you, everything that I tested in the early stages came in handy later on in some way. Well, not everything. Some stuff probably a little later on, but like the little minor stuff.
There's some massive slimes and little goblins gonna be coming soon.
Yeah, these.
What is that?
Yeah, it just looks like a pile of trash.
Yeah, you got the pile of trash.
Yeah, that's what it just looked like. But I gotta find out what they have, and I was like, "What? Is that it? That's all I do?"
Yeah, it's a slime. That's why.
Yeah, I was just like, "Yeah, I'm not spending all day attacking this thing." Like that's crazy. It probably doesn't even drop anything good. I forgot what finally convinced me to leave it alone. I don't remember.
It's starting to rain. Look at that. The weather changing now.
Yeah, it's like I noticed it's like little triplets, and I like how the
Your clothes get wet.
mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's annoying because sometimes certain areas when your clothes is wet, it makes you heavier.
Oh, see, I never ran into that problem.
No, it's like effects. And you're thinking like you're wet because of the thing, but that's an effect of the skill that monster does. It makes you heavy and so annoying.
Ah, see. Oh, there we go. I was trying to figure out how to two-hand the weapon.
You missed it. That's where you run away. You got hit by it. You thought we took off here, like. He switched here. Try one more time.
That's when I'm just like, no.
Yeah, out of here.
Yeah, I'm like, nah. This is taking forever. Oh, I'm out of here.
Like my way. I'm sorry.
And see, this is where I found out you can get a horse.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow. Now, so that was my next thing, is how do I get my horse?
He tried to jump on it and testing. Can I jump on it?
Yeah, just need to make sure. I wanted to see if like I can still use it without it. And obviously.
There's some zombies.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I tried to.
Zombies are attacking slimes. No, they won't.
Yeah. Nah, they just focused on me.
They want some fresh meat, not no junk.
There we go. Good night. But see, this is kind of unfair because I have experience with these games, so.
Yeah, you know they gotta kill them before they come back to life.
Well, I wanted to see if they do. Well, in the other games, you actually need to have a necromancer nearby. If not, they just stay dead. They only come back if there's a necromancer nearby. But
no, they come back. Yeah, they come back no matter what. You don't kill them when they're dead like that. Or you have to have a special spell on your weapon, and they can kill it.
There we go. But yeah, just still testing stuff. And the day-night cycle in this game is so quick. It's kind of weird. It's very off-putting. It's like the days.
That's what they're trying to get.
Yeah, it's like the days are going by like double time or something. Yeah, it's unsettling, man. Like yeah, that's one of the things that kind of messed me up. Not necessarily, as far as gameplay is concerned, but like as far as like atmosphere. Okay, and this is when I find out the group vanquishing thing. So this is one of the mechanics that I like that actually encourages you to actually fight. Because the one thing in other games is anytime you engage enemies, you risk using Estus, right?
Yeah.
In this one, if you take them all out, whatever you lose, you can get back. So it makes it makes it worth it to actually fight them. So I like that that's a new addition that they have. I mean, they had it in Dark Souls 3, but it was weird in Dark Souls 3. It felt random. So, and then they didn't explain it either, so I don't even know if it worked the same.
And the little penguins. Watch out.
13. Well, yeah, whatever you had.
You saw that penguin disappear. Yeah, that's a cliff.
Oh, by the way, I guess I wanted to ask you a question. Is there a way to turn these white things off?
On a white thing, you gotta go offline. Those are online people.
Yeah, because the thing is like, they were cool at first, but like, they started making me take risks that I would have never took, because I started thinking they were items.
Yeah, turn offline then, offline.
Yeah, and then afterward, right, it would say something like, oh, nothing here. And I'm just like, bro, you mean to tell me I just risked my life to read your stupid message? So I was like, yeah, I want to turn these things off.
Yeah.
They started causing more problems than they started just causing more problems than they were worth. So I just wanted to try to find.
They lie a lot too. You gotta be careful. They lie. They like to fool you. It's kind of like the internet world. You still try to kill this thing?
Well, I just want to see what it drops, and then I guess mostly like see how many runes you get.
Okay.
See, that's when I was just like, oh,
nice.
Okay. So it doesn't take as long to kill as I thought. Just have to be patient. There you go. 16.
16
Was it worth it? No. See how the day-night is just going by so fast? You can see the shadows of the mountains just...
I guess it seems like a really worth it to kill this one.
Well, now I want to see what they drop. It's not even about the runes anymore. It's just like, do you drop it? Yeah. Because I figured they might... Because the way I like reason, right, is because they're so annoying to kill, I figure that they might drop something rare for crafting or something like that. And I was like, nope, bones. Well, I can get these from yeah. I was like, nah, this gotta be something else. And then I think once I find out that this one doesn't drop anything, then I just like, nah, they're trash enemies. Like,
some monsters treated like different items.
I mean, yeah, but it's the hassle though. Like for me, it's the hassle. Like it's not necessarily, whether it's they drop something rare or not. It's just like I'm asking myself, at least at this stage, is it worth trying to farm what they drop right now? And the answer is no. So I just move on. I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I'll figure it out later. Now I'm sure I'll run into more later on, so I'm not too worried about it at this point. But another thing I want to point out is the sound quality in this game is really good. Like I felt like
the music's really good too.
Yeah, but I felt like how you walk on the beach. Like the sounds and all that seem real accurate. Like stepping on wet sand.
Rocks, grass. You trying to sneak up on this thing? In the cave.
Yeah, I forgot what I was doing here.
Goblins.
I wanted to see what the goblins drop. And get a taste of combat and what to expect.
Try to sneak up on him. Yeah. Can't stand up normal. You can't squat to climb over a rock.
Yeah, so I was like, here it is. I was like, well, that's one problem that I'm gonna have. And it's this guy moving around a lot. He's the other problem. So at this point, I'm figuring, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sneak up on them. Like they're too grouped together. I think he saw me. Yep, and they're just like, there he is, get him.
And then put another one in there.
See, they're all careful. I'm just like, what? Oh, they're not all aggressive, huh?
He sees some guy over here. Let's go over here.
Yeah, maybe he'll help.
I mean, home. That's how he said.
Mm-hmm. And he's just like, nope.
They're gonna follow you. Slowly going back.
Oh, surprise! Yeah, I didn't see him at all. So now I know, oh, so enemies, like, they'll try to surprise attack you. Okay, that's good to know. See how he's just stalling?
Yeah. Then,
oh, see that drag?
first time. And, oh, thank you, bud.
And there you go. Rainbow stone. Really? I was just like, well, never mind. Those are actually useful, so I wasn't too mad at that. I was like, all right, that'll come in handy a little later, and it does, as I suspect. And I'm soldier hunting. I'm just like, all right, fine.
You're missing the guy with the big rock, big club.
They got some real good. Now they got some really good hearing, man. Because I've tried that against other enemies and they don't do anything. So it's these enemies specifically that have good hearing. And there you go. That's the mechanic coming into play. Where you take out an entire group and you get more healing.
And you see a little squiddy thingy, this big gray thing. Where's that? There's no turtle over there, and I'm going for a skull with some runes, golden runes, they can break.
Yeah, those things always come in handy.
Yep. And materials, rune fragments.
Now those, I know I made something with rune fragments.
Right, that's awesome. On the beach.
I can't remember what I can make with those. It was a few things. I can't remember what they were though, but I always collect those when I see them.
Yeah, you need a horse to get up there.
Yeah, just testing it out. I'm curious if there's anything up there, but I find out later the answer is no. I mean, yeah, but nothing like secret or anything. Just more stones like these.
Alright.
But yeah, I really need to turn off those player
Messages.
thing. Yeah, they've been messing me up. I'm just like, man. And then plus I've been trying to pull levers and stuff, and then I would activate the message. And I'm just like, man, y'all intentionally put this here.
Ink up. Squid man. Little babies.
Taco baby.
The big daddy.
Well, I found out these things are female, so they'll be mamas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they drop ovaries for some reason, which is just kind of wild. But I mean, you literally pick up poop in this game, so
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. But you know, all of these games for some reason have poop that you can pick up.
No.
Maybe maybe not Dark Souls 2. Maybe. No, definitely Dark Souls 2 you can. I think. I don't remember.
No wonder you go hard if you said giant. Did you run into a giant?
So I've only engaged. Well, I've seen them walking around, right? They kind of remind me of the ones from Skyrim, and you don't mess with those guys. So I just left them alone, and then they don't bother you either. So as long if it's an enemy that's not gonna bother me, I'm not gonna bother it either. Just walk right past each other. But there was these giants that had something that I wanted. And I attacked them because I couldn't get the item while they were still moving, so I had to attack them. I didn't. Yeah, see, looking at me and I'm looking at him, and I'm just like, you good, bro? I was like, you good? See, he ain't bothered me. Yeah, he ain't come chasing after me, so it's like, alright, cool. Walk right past. Shit, I ain't gonna go looking for trouble. It's not like I can kill him. And it looks like he's made out of like bones or something. So I have to assume that bleed's not gonna work on him either, so that's all. I was just like, yeah, I don't have good weapons to be fighting him anyway, so just go do something else.
Bleed works on everything. Even his bones. He'll bleed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, there's some enemies that it just didn't work on, that I was just attacking. And
I have high resistance.
okay. And this is where I learned. Mm-hmm.
Now he's need some rune stones, smithing stones.
Yeah, see, this is now this is an interesting mechanic here.
Yeah.
This.
Dark Souls 2, you can do this.
So in Dark Souls 2, it's kind of weird. This feels like a mixture between Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, the crafting system, because in the second one, if you want to upgrade stuff to a certain amount, you have to go to a higher skilled blacksmith, but you still have to go to a blacksmith in the second game, like to upgrade any of your weapons, right? In the first game though, you could get an armorer's kit, and it would allow you to upgrade, I think, to maybe +3, but then that was the limit or something like that. It was weird. You could do a lot of stuff yourself though, by the way. You just needed blacksmiths to do like real special stuff to your weapons. And then I think in Dark Souls 3, like, everything's about the blacksmith. Like, you can't upgrade anything.
Yeah. Did you ever buy the gun? Can I see? You'll buy it or not?
Oh, what happened?
I see it. Yep, that's it. You'll buy it. Yeah. That's key. Like, let me buy this. I need that stuff.
Well, I'm a thief, man.
Your what's called Skyrim teachers are folks who like to make a lot of potions and all this stuff.
Oh yeah. Utility as a thief is important. You want to have as many options as possible.
Yeah, oh man, I'm running out of runes.
Not quite. That's why, like, I was paying attention. Like, I picked some up. These things, though, I still am trying to figure out how to use them. Yes. That thing is so useful.
Yeah, it's hard to find them. Eventually later, if I can give you one, but they do not like giving you things. And then once you get the lantern, you don't have to worry about the torch. But it's so annoying.
Yeah, I actually got a lantern too. I forgot who I bought it from, but I did get one.
I used to go in this cave like, where the heck is a torch? Cause I was being cheap. Let me go buy a torch. I thought I could pick up from an enemy. Nope. I wanted to give you a torch.
You know the one weird thing though? So there's some places that are super dark, and this is why, this is what's so annoying about these games, right? So there's this place, it's real dark, right? And I absolutely have to use a torch there to see anything, right? But I knew, for example, I was like, I bet you need a shield here because they want you holding the torch. And lo and behold, it was these stupid enemies that attack like, and I was like, see, you can't do both. That's why I was like, yeah, this is annoying. I was like, I need to find a way to get a source of light without having to take my shield away. So
I hear the mumblings where you had to go check out the mumblings and no, never mind, there's one Skywalker. I'm not going there.
Yeah. Everything's a trap. I'm just like, nah, I'm not falling for it. You have to assume that it's an ambush. Mm-hmm. This game loves to sucker you into stuff.
I'm rolling. It's so weird. Oh, like it's like the hit stuff.
Yeah, but this is me testing some stuff. Oh. Look how tough those guys are. Jeez. It took every attack I had to take him out. I ain't had no more stamina after that. So I was like, yeah, I can't afford to get caught. Ah, see, perfect. Right in the bushes.
A nice circle. Or did it? You're like, I need definitely backside these bastards.
Mm-hmm.
What a good okay, screaming.
Ah, see, that's how you do it. You gotta angle the camera down. So I finally figured it out. So when you want to attack enemies low to the ground, you kind of have to angle the camera unlocked. Or I guess you can just lock on them. But I don't like locking on stuff because it messes with your movement. If you don't have to, you know. See? Figured it out. And this comes in handy a little later on. So that's why I'm glad I figured it out now. And so you just have all these little gold trees.
Yeah.
And the temptation to go to them, like, was always, like, super heavy. But I'm just like, man. Then I would see something like this and then forget. See? See? That's what I be talking about. Yep. See? That's the trap I be talking about. It's just like you get too focused on something, you need to look up. Like if something's taking your attention, you need to pay attention to what's going on. And that's if I had just kept trying to chase that stupid dung beetle, I'd have ran right into those stupid bats. That's why I was like, yep. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a little unfair because I think I got caught. I think I got spotted. Okay, this is a taste of real combat right here.
Wow, he survived it.
Yeah, more of those fragments.
Yep.
Yeah, I told you I do a lot of farming.
That's what you have to do sometimes in this game.
I mean, it all came in handy. Like,
It's a pig.
You know what's weird is I was curious about those. I was like, man, I could have swore they would attack you.
Yeah.
No, but they never did. until like I was about to get attacked by something else. So I thought they were passive. And then right when it mattered, they tried to attack me, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Typical.
I'm on the fire.
Yeah, I love those things. Those are in Dark Souls 3. Those are so good. You can get headshots on people with those things, and it'll stun them. Yeah, I love those. But trying to get a lot of them is really hard, though. Usually in the games where they exist, like, or where you can find them. I was talking where they exist. Yeah, but in the games where you can find those, for some reason they're really hard to get. I have no idea why. You can find throwing knives like crazy, but trying to find kukri is like, I don't know why it's so hard. You know what I'm thinking though? It might be you probably do a little bit more damage if they don't see you. Because I noticed like the ones where I'm in combat when I backstab them, they survive it.
It's probably what it is, the bonus you're getting from the prime time.
Yeah. And this is where I can't say, and I'm just like, what? So yeah, I'm just like, alright. Time to equip the torch, because I can't see anything. That's much better.
Your attack for dip. It's not a useless weapon.
And I just want to point out, you see how detailed these caves are?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know the one thing I was trying to look for, and it wasn't to critique Elden Ring or anything, but it's just for most games. I wanted to see if they repeated stuff. Because like, in Skyrim, you can tell, like if you pay close enough attention, you can tell they're just repeating patterns and stuff. And that's the same rock that I saw earlier. I haven't found anything like that. Like, I'm sure it exists, but I haven't seen it yet. That's kind of crazy.
They do. I think the only thing they repeat many monsters, they'll change the color a little bit, but besides that, I don't think they try to make it different. It might feel the same, but it makes it trickier. You say, this ain't so good. No, it's not the same. I don't trust it. It's something. The piggy.
You see the little sparkly thing on me?
Yeah.
So that's when I figured out that this was some sort of... Yeah, it was some sort of event. That's how I figured it out. Because in other games, that means that your item discovery is up.
Yep.
So that's a little...
This game is sick.
Yeah, that's a little cheat that... As I said, I haven't experienced with these games let me kind of know some stuff. So I kind of have an unfair advantage.
I mean, that's neat for Elden Ring for the Dark Souls fans. You're like, where's over here? There's less people over here. There's some people, there are people over here too.
What an interesting mechanism right there, though.
The crawling?
That little weird carriage thing?
Yeah.
Like, this world is just so weird, man. Like, you can... It's kind of interesting how they do stuff. It's like, you can tell it's like a fantasy game. But it's like, they do this weird thing where they kind of mix fantasy and reality. and it makes it kind of disturbing in a little way because it's just like why is there like architecture and stuff so weird? I don't know, it just gives you this unsettling feeling because it's like you know what stuff is, but it's always something about it that's off, and it just makes you like unsettled.
They're not pulled by humans or carried by, they're pulled by their giants.
Yeah, like it's just like, yo, y'all got horses, like why don't you get and big horses too, like not just regular sized horses. Y'all got monster horses. Why aren't they pulling it? No, it's some weird giants. It's like, wait, why? I don't understand it. It's just, I mean, maybe it's that heavy that horses can't do it, the giants have to. And horses are dangerous too, so it's like, it's not like they can't defend themselves. Yeah, this is me feeling like a thief right here.
Or they got a lot of cool stuff to make you improve your thief skills, so.
Well, I mean, that'd be nice. To be honest with you, it doesn't feel necessary, so if I do get it, it's probably gonna feel busted. Because I'm just like, sneaking is pretty good already. Like, of course, there's some enemies that it doesn't work on.
Think about like what else you need to do as an assassin. What are things thieves need to have when they get better just lives?
I guess for me,
you're making a lot of noise, right?
Yeah, there's a few things that I need. The first thing is if there's treasure, I want some kind of, well, you know, okay, so I won't say that because that's not true. Because the thrill of like searching the entire camp to see where they're hiding the treasure is kind of fun. So I don't want that to ever go away. But I will say, like you said, the whole noise thing, like if there was a way that I can minimize the amount of noise that I make, that'll help a lot. Because there's just
bad things that cancel your noise, no noise.
Yeah, because there's just some areas where you can't help but make noise. And I don't like it because like you have to fight those enemies like head on, and I don't like doing that ever. But
and one of those things, like you're ducking, hiding, right? That's stuff to help improve the hiding skill.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why it's like they built it where you can like literally those categories. They show all the categories you can build upon those categories. It's like it's meant to be those kind of classes in the game.
See?
You can be a thief if you want to be in this game. You can play a thief. If you want to be a priest, you be a priest. If you want to be a mage, you can be a mage. You want to be a warrior, you can be a warrior. You want to be a samurai, you can be a samurai.
Yeah, but see, the thing is right, so here's, and I think we talked about this before, right? You could always be whatever class you wanted, right? In these games. Like, they gave you the option.
Other games, that games you can be whatever you want, but they didn't really make things meant for the classes.
Right. See, that's... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, is I didn't really feel like a thief, right? Like, it was just, you know, the typical stuff, like, oh, you backstab, oh, you use a dagger, oh, cool. You know, but you're nerfing yourself technically because, like, there's nothing that you can do that you can't technically do with better weapons. So, like a sword or whatever. But in here, like, I really see the power of, like, using a dagger. Like, it's better in a lot of situations. Oh, and this is just me doing my typical thief thing, you know.
Yeah, and one by one. Mm-hmm. You should take out the one guy. That's smart.
Nice, buddy.
Yep. So in the case, he saw you, you can kill him. Yeah. If you cancel out, surprisingly, that one hit. If not, you have to hit one more time.
Yep. And see, that's kind of the little difference makers I'll be talking about. That'll decide whether you get discovered or not. So that's why I like to try to learn all that stuff early. Because imagine learning that mechanic when you're in the middle and surrounded by enemies. Oh, you just now learned, and guess what? If he saw you, like, he doesn't die with the first hit. Surprise! Then you get blended to death.
And what else that they need, you'd be able to have hiding. Oh, no noise. Hiding skills, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they have that item too. I think that was in Dark Souls 2 or 3 where you can turn yourself to stuff. They have that in this game too.
They were in all the games. Yeah, that's always existed. They just call it different stuff in the other games, but yeah, it's always been a thing. I feel like it was the most useful in the first game though. But probably a little too useful, and that's probably why they nerfed it.
You see if there's anybody inside the tent. That's hilarious.
Yeah, man, you never know. Out of all the times I checked, there was never anybody in the tent. And then one time I checked and there was. So that's why I was like, yep. And that's another little...
Yes!
Oh, so you already know what I was thinking, right? The moment he dropped the smithing stone, I was like, here it is. I'm gonna be farming this area.
I need to get 2 more or 5 more. I don't know what you're trying. I know you're talking about level up your life. But what makes you grab the sign item next to sign? You think something's gonna happen if you grab it? Is that why you left it there?
Well, usually, and like I said, it just depends. If there's something luring you to an area, you want to do that last, because like I was assuming that if I do something, like it was going to notify everybody.
And I know she probably said, "Oh, I missed it." So this game, I like this game too, because you go backstab, you have to get the backstab. You don't just get automatically. Nice roll.
He almost snuck up on me.
Yeah, he was quiet too.
That's what I was like, oh, so they sneak up on you in this game. Okay.
He was trying to plunk you in the head with his hammer.
That would hurt too. This is like my starting everything, like starting health, starting armor. So that would have hurt a lot. Because I think he would have cocked that thing back. There we go.
Yeah. And there's that cool, annoying spear dude.
Yeah, him, I've like kind of fought him a few times. It's hard to describe him. I feel like he's a great example, at least to me, why it is like being a thief is like probably one of the best classes. Is when you try to fight him, it's just he has a lot of real cheesy attacks, and as a thief, you don't really have to deal with any of them. You know, that's why I said it's hard to explain, because in the other games that was always true, but for the most part, like all you have to do is just get a giant hammer, and you pretty much get the same results. So it's like, you can see I ran out of stamina there. Got another smithing stone. But you'll get to see, like, when I was like, you know what, I want to actually fight him, and I regretted it immediately. Because I was like, but his homing is ridiculous. He blocks everything, and I mean everything, bro. Like, he can block while attacking. I'm just like, what? How the heck are you supposed to get any?
Right? There's something you gotta do that.
Well, it's not that I'm complaining. It's just, it's one of those things where it reinforced why I don't even bother. Like, why did I even bother fighting you? Like, I should have known you was gonna be cheap.
The mini version of the guy.
He ain't have enough health.
First item or reward.
Ooh, yeah. That thing's nice. I love that weapon. That's just so you know. That's my main weapon that I've been using now. I love that thing. I see you hiding over there. See? Found a sight of grace. Yeah, you see how weird those carriages look? Like,
Yeah.
why do they have 3 wheels? Well, it actually has 4 sets. Yeah, that's weird. Like, why? It's just so unsettling. I mean, I know it's like a little thing, but it's just unsettling. Like, this whole world is just unsettling. Like, the way they do stuff and all that is just weird.
People, the bosses and some weird looking stuff.
Oh!
And they're monsters, so.
Oh, by the way, I figured I should put this out there. They're really good at telling you, oh, look, there's more wheels hiding underneath of us. I didn't notice those. I need to count those. So it's like 6 sets of wheels. See, they give you some good loot too. Now, did they? I guess this is something they changed in the update, because I think I remember when I was testing this area out, and in Kane's version on the PlayStation, it was I mean, they weren't useless items, but they were like, I don't know, like flowers or something in there. I don't remember. They weren't weapons.
Maybe. It could be.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the update change. Because I don't remember it being cool stuff in there. Maybe it's because I'm a thief they put something?
The one at the end was a weapon. I'm not sure about the first one. I think the first one might have been like you said, item. But yeah. That
felt good though. Like Blue Nose chest. I was like, oh yeah. I think I'm gonna like it here.
There's also, I guess my assumption is you're gonna find the little basement too, right?
Maybe. I'm not sure if I'll find it this time or the second time around.
Okay.
But finding like all of that stuff, it just like
they do a good job, like put all this stuff, and there's like other stuff in here. Looks like you come in here. So like there's a guy who got wolves as like dogs. It's pretty cool.
Oh, and then they actually have dogs as dogs too.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's all I said. This world is just weird. Like, I don't know. It's something unsettling about it. Like, I'm gonna probably think about it, and then we'll be able to discuss it next time. But like, just something about this world just off, and it just makes me unsettled when I'm here. Especially the music too. Like, it's this one area. I know she's like, oh, where is this? There we go. Double tap. Now I want to see if they respond to the dead wolf.
Nope.
They're like, stuff dies here all the time.
Yeah. I wish I saw it, but they didn't see it. He sneak detected.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, just walk right past. I'm just like, okay, well, if y'all not gonna make a big deal out of it, I'm not either. And see, this is the thing I would usually get critiqued for. Oh, you're not doing anything. You're like, I'm waiting, man.
Okay, that's cool. You're testing out the shots and the controls.
Yeah, still learning. And see, that's the thing though, because once I get going, and now I'm familiar with everything, everything's so smooth. You'll see me doing all this really cool tech and all that. A lot of it translates from the third game too, though. So it's not all attributed to me. Some stuff I was just making sure you can still do it. Well, he said, oh, he's dead. Well,
Okay.
time to go back to my patrol. Like, what? That's one of the big differences between this and Skyrim is In Skyrim, if something's dead, they investigate. They're just like, what's this?
Yeah, these people, they try, they're protecting what they're supposed to protect. They're not supposed to leave their area.
Nah, but you see, that's what's unsettling is because initially you would think it's a mechanic, but now once you realize that a lot of these people are really old and like half dead, like they're just running on like whatever, I don't know, little humanity they have left. Like it's kind of weird. Like they're almost like robots, but like not really. That's what I said. This whole world is weird. I would have to put it into words why it is that this place is so unsettling, but yeah, that's one of the things about it. Like, it's all the mechanics just seem like they're dumb, but they're definitely not dumb though, because you try to cheese them and stuff, they start learning, and I'm just like, oh, this doesn't work anymore. Okay, so I kind of got to see a little bit of what you're talking about. Let's see, yeah, there you go. He's vulnerable, so I should go attack him, but I'm not sure yet. I guess I want to see how far he goes over.
Yeah, looks like that. Right, he saw you. You killed my friend! I didn't care about the dogs, but I care about my friend. Oh.
I was like, you better do something.
That's a long bolt for a crossbow.
Yeah, he didn't do anything, so I was like, well, you're gonna die. He was trying to wait for me to hesitate, but that wasn't gonna happen. Because I know the controls now, so I was like, you better do something. And he didn't, so I was like, yeah, you're dead. I was gonna give him the chance.
There he is, a bolt.
Yeah, that's weird. I found a lot of bolts, but I haven't found a crossbow yet. I have like 2 stacks. Like, I think I ran out of storage space for the amount of bolts I had, but I haven't found a crossbow just yet, which is weird. I mean, I'm probably never going to use it, but I mean, I might just hold on to one just for emergency. Like, if for some reason, like, I run out of arrows, which I don't think will happen, but I'll still have something to shoot at people. I don't know. I am really scared of that guy, though, by the way.
The big knight.
Mm-hmm.
Hey!
I think everybody's dead, though, so I don't think I have to worry about anything. I guess I'm just double checking to make sure. Because I don't want anybody coming out of nowhere while I'm trying to fight this guy.
Can I use the rocks? I can jump too, buddy.
Yeah, just trying to see how long you're gonna let me cheese him. I'm just like, yeah, I know you can jump up there. I'm not stupid. Come on, let's fight now. Yeah, he's like, nope. That's when I was like, oh, you're a cheat. I was like, you're a cheat. Oh no, he almost got me. I was like, oh, you're a real cheat. Yeah, that guy's scary, man. When you try to fight him. There we go. You can't follow up though. Yeah, see, he just dodges right immediately. So I was like, oh, so that's the thing you can't do. You can't hover on top of him and try to follow up, because he's just gonna try to counter you. So yeah, this guy's annoying. See how they got all these little pocket techniques.
Yeah.
And he's dead.
Nice.
And replace the flask that I just used. So yeah. So what'd you think? Like,
Pretty good.
so this is pretty much like, I would say the The beginning. Oh, I forgot about this part.
You did go down the basement.
Yeah, I forgot about this part. I don't even remember what was down here. I think I found some sort of like knife or something. That allows me to do something to weapons, but I can't think of what. Because it didn't seem like something I was interested in, but...
No, this is a skill.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, it's a skill you get attached to your, these are your, the slots on your weapons, and you can attach these.
Yeah, it didn't seem that interesting to me, so I was like, I'll deal with it later. Because I like the skill.
When you get more artsy, those are really cool, so...
Yeah, but the stuff that I had seemed fine, so I was like, I don't really need it. But I might change my mind later, so...
Yeah, they give you a stomp storm, so you stomp and cover a tornado. And you have a Whetstone knife. So you can do blade then.
Yeah, we'll see. Because so far, like, I just try to find, Yeah, see, I wasn't sure if that was a message or That's why I want to turn those things off, because, like, I want to know if I'm actually looking at an item or, like, a message. I hate not being able to tell from far away. Yeah. What did you think? Any final thoughts?
It's interesting. Are you going no complicated or just like a general area?
No. But that's sort of what I get critiqued for. It's just like, oh, you're being cheap, or you suck.
Well, the game is cheap, so and you're saving. But yeah, good man. That was fun for the first video.
Okay.
I wanted to think you fight the arm guy and watch you die, but
wait, watch me die to who?
That's the boss that everyone died to. No one beat that boss. That was an unexpected boss to fight in the beginning.
Wait, what boss?
The multi-arm character.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that character yet.
Because when you start the game, you go and then you have to fight him, and then he kills you, and then you wake up, and then
yeah. I mean, we'll do that one later. Because that's typical. Like, I didn't want you watching like me do stuff that like everybody does, like, because it's the beginning. Like, you know, you're still figuring out the controls.
That was cool, but everyone first time played, if you never knew about him, you lost. And of course, when you play it again, you can beat him, of course, because you know the people learn the mechanics and stuff, and they'll kill him without dying. But that was a boss up. Because you know when people like, I'm gonna pick the human with no armor. Like, what the hell is that? Dead.
I mean, to be honest with you, I would say maybe Dark Souls 2 is the exception. But I think every game has that one early boss that you're expected to die to.
Not talking about right at the beginning.
Yeah.
This is the only guy I saw that you like right there. First thing he did die.
No, I'm serious. Right at the beginning.
I didn't die in Dark Souls 2. I died later in the game. I fell in the hole.
I fell in the hole and died. Who's the first? Yeah, because in Dark Souls 2 they don't do that, right? Like you don't fight a boss in Dark Souls 2, right? Yeah, you go to Majula first, right?
I think so. Yeah, you got to like some story thing, and then you can go to play, and then you eventually can find a boss. But yeah,
that's what I figured.
Boss right at the beginning, start the game.
Yeah, there's no boss in that you fight in the very beginning in Dark Souls 2. But yeah, in the first game and the third game, I think you do. I'm trying to remember in Dark Souls 3 how that starts. No, you do. Okay, yeah, you have to fight Ludek Skundir. That's right. He's the first boss. or I think his name is just Gundyr, and then he turns to Ludex Gundyr when you fight him again.
But even the best people I saw, they still die. Like, it's so funny. Like, man, even the best pros of Dark Souls game, that monster cheap though. That's why.
Well, that's how these games have kind of evolved. Is with each installment, there's always some exploits that players find to make the game easier, and the devs, I feel like with Dark Souls 2, they overreacted. Whereas in the third one, they kind of just had it where, okay, these techniques still work, but not against everybody. Like, some enemies are going to be like, what are you doing? Right? And I feel like that was healthier. But in Dark Souls 2, they kind of, remember I was telling you about those stupid salamanders that, like, if you try to get behind them, like, they spin around like a record. Like, what? I was like, what is that? You can't do that. You're too big. It's just, you can tell it's very gamey and very stupid. That's one of the things about Dark Souls 2 I don't like, is like, it's very gamey. You know. And cheap.
I guess that was kind of gamey.
Yeah.
It's when the DLC changed it up when the DLC came out.
Yeah. It's much better, but by that time I had already like had an opinion about the game, and I was mostly doing PvP anyway, so it didn't matter to me. But some areas were really good, like that one where you go to the Coliseum. I really like that area where all of the thieves are. There's another beginning game area that I kind of like. It's weird. It's like this open area that looks like a rundown like fort, and it's like overtaken by moss. And the best way I can describe it is this one place where if you step on it, it'll fall through, and it'll drop you into this pit where like it has all of these basilisks that can turn you to stone. That's the best way I can describe it, though. It's because it's like a forest, but not really. But it's one small, short area. Those two areas I like. The rest of the game, aside from the DLC, is kind of like blah. But I will say in the update, Forest of the Giants is pretty good. Because they really take advantage of the mechanics of the game in that one. So in the remake is better. But in the first game, it was a waste of... it was a missed opportunity, I'll say. It wasn't necessarily a waste. It was a missed opportunity of, doing something cool with that area. But they fixed it, so I kind of like Forest of the Fallen Giants, too. Oh, and I almost forgot. You know that one area with the Vikings?
Uh-huh.
That area is good, too. I like that one. Where you fight on that giant ship, and then, Yeah, that was good.
Dark Souls and Elden Ring at least I can feel strong. I'm telling you, that's the only. So I actually feel like I'm progressing. But the other games, I didn't feel like I progress at all. I was like in armor, and I still get my build up by little goobers back in the tree place. So this makes no sense.
I mean, yeah. It's, I don't know. I feel like they overdid it in the second game. So what you're experiencing is them trying to get, I guess, one over on all of the little cheap tactics players use to like beat the game, and they just kind of went overboard. Like, you know how like a teenager, how like something bad happens to them. And instead of like, because as an adult, you say, oh, let's make some minor adjustments so that this doesn't happen again. As a teen, you're like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm never talking to this person again, and I'm doing this and this and this. And it's like you overreact to everything. That's sort of what Dark Souls 2 feels like. Is a huge overreaction to like players finding like a way to cheese the system. Like, but whatever. Like it was done by the secondary development team, so I don't really hold it against them.
Elden Ring is really, really good. The first time I made it, you really thought about stuff and made you laugh when he's still where, like, you think there might be a shooting place. Nope.
Yeah.
Your mind's
I mean, I agree. Like, I'm enjoying my experience with it. I can't wait to play more. I have to slow down because it's one of those things where I don't want to get so far ahead where I forget my intentions at the beginning, because that can happen. So I have to slow it down because like I told you, I'm in this completely different area where the rules are completely different and my goals are completely different. Because at first, I think I was telling you I wanted to go to those trees, like, because they draw you in, but then some shiny thing will be like, oh, what's this? And then I'll forget. But then I went to this other area where there's no trees. And now there's other interesting stuff. And I'm just like, oh, I want to see that thing. And then I left that area and went to a different area. All of this is unintentional, by the way. I wasn't looking to get into these weird places, but you just kind of pop up in these weird places. And then now that's the new thing you're doing. And they give you really cool stuff. So I'm definitely not leaving. But I do want to go back to those other areas and explore. I just don't know when. So it's just... I like that it just feels like a huge adventure where you don't know what to expect. That's what I've been looking forward to for a while.
Yeah, that's why I like it. That's why I'm still playing it.
Yeah, like for me, I'm telling you, I had this complete intention. I was like, okay, so I'm going to upgrade this weapon and I'm going to put these amount of points in this skill and that skill, and then I'm going to go to the tree. But first, I got to make sure all these like places I explored, I got to make sure that I found everything, and then I'll move on, right? And then I find this one area, and the next thing you know, it takes me to this other area. And I'm just like, oh, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, so let's just look around. And then next thing you know, I'm in this completely different area. And now I'm just like, oh, okay, I guess I'm doing this now. And then I go from that area to another area, and I'm just like, oh, I guess I'm doing this now.
Everything's connected. That's why it's crazy.
Yeah, it's real wild. But anyhow, I won't hold you up. I know you have things to do, but I appreciate you joining me today. Oh, you're muted, by the way.
Yeah, I do that shit. I had to pee.
But yeah, but I was just saying, thanks for your time. I appreciate you joining me today. Apologize for being late. I had a rough night yesterday.
It's okay.
But yeah. But all right, I look forward to seeing you all next time.
Yep.
Later.
All right.